A really cool place to visit here in Hawaii is the Kualoa Ranch. This is where they film a lot of the really popular movies like Jumanji and Jurassic Park. So each tour is different depending on the mode of transportation that you take because it'll take you through a different trail. But follow me and I'll show you what journey I go on. So this is one of the places that you should definitely get your tickets ahead of time online because they do fill up very fast. Once you arrive, you get checked in and you get queued up into a group depending on the time that you selected. After that, you have some time to spare and you can just walk around, take photos, or even go to the gift shop. So when you first arrive, you do go through the entrance, which is also the gift shop, and then you go straight towards the back and outside to get checked in. Now there are different waiting areas depending on the tour that you are going on. So over there, they do have the ATVs and the horseback riding, but we will be doing the Jungle Expedition tour. They usually do ask that you arrive earlier than the time that you selected just so that you can get checked in and have enough time to be ready to go. This tour is roughly about an hour and a half. So each tour is very different. They go through a different route and you do see different things. The tour guide that I had this time around was very cool and gave us some background stories on the Hawaiian culture and just different things around the Kualoa Ranch. I do recommend that you wear some comfortable shoes because you do often make a couple of pit stops where you can get off and actually take pictures and videos around the area. Now, I'm not 100% sure that every tour guide will do this, although I feel like they would, but mine got down and actually picked a couple of fruits from a tree so that we could try them.
Yeah, if you see it up in the mountains, it's okay if you break the tree, it's invasive, but try to grab some.
Now coming around the corner, we did spot the Jurassic World entrance, but we cannot get down to take photos there, that would be a different tour. She also showed us another plant that produces some sort of liquid that can actually go in your hair. And right after that, we came across the helicopter from Kong Skull Island. Just keep in mind that I'm not showing the entire tour, just some of the highlights so that you can enjoy this experience on your own. So here I am at the top of one of the areas with a really nice view for photos. They also did inform us that this is an actual ranch as well, so they do have a couple of cattle roaming around and other flora and fauna.
Flashback.
So here's some previous footage of the first time that I visited Hawaii and Kualoa Ranch. I did do the Raptor tour, so this was different, only in the sense that it takes you through a different route and you see different things along the way. But overall, the experience is quite the same. A few differences that I would like to point out though is that with this one, you do have to drive the vehicle yourself and it fits up to 6 people, but you are following one another with the tour guide being at the very front. You get all of your information once you make a stop and then the tour guide explains everything. Versus the Jungle Expedition, which is a bus and you are getting the information via an intercom throughout the whole ride. The price is also a significant difference on whether you would like to do the Raptor or the Jungle Expedition or any of the other tours in between. They do charge per person regardless of the mode of transportation. The duration of this tour is also 2 hours versus the other one being an hour and a half, which is not much of a difference. Along the way, we also came across some people doing the horseback riding tour. Also keep in mind that it does rain quite often in this beautiful island, so you might get rained on along the way. But it adds a little bit of the fun that we do have to drive through these puddles. Now with the Raptor tour, there are a lot of twists and turns and bumpy roads that you do feel a lot more than you would with the bus, so if you do have children that are fairly small, make sure to keep this in mind. And as I mentioned before, from one minute to the next, it could be raining. But I personally thought that this was very fun and refreshing. With this tour, we did stop in a Jurassic World area where we could get off and take photos. Regardless of the tour that you select, I think all of them are pretty fun and interactive in their own unique way. And if you are someone like me who's a movie fanatic and loves taking pictures, this is a perfect place to visit because you get the best of both worlds with really cool areas to take pictures with. They even told us that they do have a venue area for weddings, but you do have to book that about 4 years in advance. And here we are coming up on another movie spot, the remains of Kong's Skull Island. If you are someone who already visited Kualoa Ranch and did one of these tours or something completely different, let me know in the comments what you did and what you prefer. Now, if you are someone visiting Kualoa Ranch for the first time, I hope that this video helped you make a decision on what tour you wanted to go on. I would love to hear about your time in Kualoa Ranch, so thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment.